Mic check. Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Livinus for Calvados Empire, and today is my birthday. But instead of the regular birthday posting, photo shoot and all, I decided to do something much different today. For the record, I'm not going to edit this video. I will send it out just like that, so I don't mix up things within. So even if there is any error in my English, even if there is whatever it is, I will just put out the video like that. So first of all, I'm grateful to God for life. I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for how far I've come. I'm grateful that I'm not where I used to be. For the fact that I'm here where I am today, it means somebody, one way or the other, is involved. Excuse me. Apart from God, who does things in miraculous ways, but I'm sure he uses people to bless people. So I'm not one of those guys that will come out and say nobody was part of my success story, that I did it alone, I did it on my own. No. For the fact that I'm here today, in one way or the other, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 persons and more are involved in my journey of life. So I want to use this opportunity in this video to really appreciate these people in no particular order. But for every appreciation, I'm going to say a little story or give a reason as to why I'm appreciating that individual. And the first person that I'm going to really appreciate in this life is my mom, Madam Asabe, Ruth. I want to say thank you for taking us in, for seeing us through, myself and also Emena, my younger brother, also for short. Thank you for everything. I cannot thank you enough. And if you're watching this video right now, just so you know, we are very, very, very grateful. We are extremely grateful for your love. You took us in as a mother. We didn't even know that we didn't have biological mothers. We didn't know. There was no point in time that we felt like we didn't have a mother biologically. So we are grateful to you, Mama Mungudi sosai. Idan an ce da cewa mu biya ki da duka abubuwan da kika yi mana, ni da Ozo ba za mu iya mu biya ki ba. Ko da nawa ne muka baki yau, wannan ba zai isa ba. Sasa nan wannan bidiyon nan ga miki da cewa gaskiya mun gode, tsakanina da Allah na gode da kika sani a computer school. Na je computer school har na je na koya graphics, gani nan yau. Na gode. So for some of y'all who doesn't understand Hausa, I'm just thanking my mom for everything that she has done for myself and my younger brother. And okay, let me start. Okay, first of all, after I finished my computer school in the year 2011, I went to learn graphic design, and somehow I met Mr. Victor Olubumoye through Mr. Sam in Commerce Plaza, Area 3. So when I went to the office, I was like, I'm looking for a way. I want to start graphic design. This is what I can do. This is what I can do. Mr. Sam said, but there's this man in our office, so his name is Mr. Victor, that he just left, but give me your CV. If he comes back, I'll give it to him, and I promise you for sure we'll call you. So I gave him my CV. As soon as I just stepped out of the office, I had someone call my name Daniel, and I was like, Daniel, who knows me here? Nobody knows me. I know I only gave someone my CV and I told him my name, but it didn't occur to me that someone would just out of the blue called me. So he called me back to I now turned and looked at the person. I saw a man with an eyeglass, and he brought down the glasses this way, looked at me, and then asked me to come. That was in ending 2012. So when I went, I met him, and he was holding my document with him. He was like, "You're Daniel Livinus." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Follow me." I followed him. I followed him to his office. We went, we spoke. He said, "Do I have a computer?" I said, "No." He was like, "Okay, that's a desktop there, there's a laser printer that I can, whatever design I design for anybody, the money is mine. I can print film on that computer because it's a printing press. So whatever I make from the computer and the printer, that is for me." I was like, "Oh, I'm grateful, sir." And that was how I started working with Mr. Victor Olubumoye. Mind you, nobody directed me to the office. I just walked into the office and I told him I was looking for a job. And then I got the job. Even though it was not salary-based kind of job, but I loved it since it was something that I loved to do. Then I remember I went back to my uncle, Uncle Jonathan Iswa. I met him. I was like, I've gotten this thing. Prior to that time, he's been a support, because where I learned my graphic design from, usually he would drop me there in the morning before he goes to work, and then I'll come back and I'll tell him what I learned, and he was very proud of me as at that time. So that was how the journey started that was where my career journey started. So I worked with Mr. Victor 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016. But during that time, I went to Ferra Poly Bauchi, did my ND in Ferra Poly Bauchi. I was still doing my graphics. Then sometime in 2016, I got a spillover course, and in Poly, my Poly to be precise, if you get a spillover, even if it's first semester of a particular year, you have to come back another year to write that course. So if you have a carryover of maybe 2 or 3 courses, you come back another year, maybe after your graduation, to write with your junior students. So that was what happened to me. I got a carryover in the 2 first semester, and to cut the long story short, I came back sometime in 2017 to write that exam. So while I was in Bauchi for the exams, I was supposed to write the exams within the space of 1 week, and I'll be back. So it's more like write tests for that particular course, then write the exam the next week, because what happened was, even when I got this spillover, the lecturer said it was a mistake, that if we go through Senate to correct the mistakes, that it will take some time, that please I should just come back and write the exam. But that what he would do for me is, usually students attend his class, and it is very true. In Bauchi, there is no it's non-negotiable. You will have to write everything. You write from assignment, you write tests, you write exams for that particular course. So usually you come back, you register the course as though you want to start a full session, even if it's a one course carryover. You register the course and you write the course full. You'll attend class normal, like as though you are in a session. So he said, for my own case, since it's a mistake, that he will allow me to go back home, but that I should come back and make sure I write his one test and then the exams. And God so kind, he said he was going to fix the test a week before the exams because of me. And I thanked him. I came back to Abuja, continued my life, and then they called me that, exams is starting, so that I'll have to come back. I came back that very week to write the exams, and when I got there, they postponed the exams because they went on strike. School went on strike. So I waited for a few days. Strike wasn't called off. 1 week, strike was not called off. And then somehow, I'm a creative person, so I saw an advert somewhere that somebody, a man, Jojera, there in Bauchi, Mr. Seth in Bauchi, with Jojera Multimedias. I told my friend Mr. Abel that I saw the post from his WhatsApp status. Mr. Abel, I'm grateful wherever you're watching me from. Abel Ugada, thank you so much. You're part of my success story. So I called Mr. Abel, the then drama coordinator of Overcomers Chapel drama coordinator. I called him. I was like, I saw this thing on your post too. Please, who is this person? He said that he knows the person and that he can take me there. That was how he took me to Mr. Seth's office. We spoke. He said that he doesn't have money to pay me monthly, but that what he can afford to pay me monthly as at then was 10,000 naira. And I was like, okay, instead of sitting idle and waiting for this strike to be called off, why don't I just start? And it's a multimedia house. They run video production, music videos, documentaries, interviews, graphic design, and the rest. So I was employed to handle the graphic side of the company. So I started working there. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he didn't call off the strike. 1 month, he didn't call off the strike. And I called Mr. Jojera, sir, I think I'll be going back to Abuja since they've not called off the strike. Let me just go back and continue working with my boss, which is Mr. Victor Olubumoye. So that was how I came back to Abuja, and I started working with Mr. Victor. After 1 week or thereabout, 2 weeks or thereabout, they called that is exams. I went back. We didn't even write the test. So the lecturer said, the test, that he would just mark everything together with the exams. So that was how I wrote the exams. By the special grace of God, I passed the exams. But before then, I worked in the multimedia company. I started learning video. I started liking video. I started getting feelings for video, because there was this guy then, I can't remember his name. He's from Norman. He had passion for videography. In fact, that was when I got to know about Sam Coda, video co-pilots. Any video editor or any creative who doesn't know Sam Coda and video co-pilot, man, it's like you've not started yet, So I got the inspiration from there. So after the exams, when I came back to Abuja, I now had the the whole passion to switch from graphic design into video editing. So my video editing journey now started. I think the entire year 2017 I used it to watch YouTube videos, watch tutorials, how to fly drone, how to handle a camera, how to do a lot of things. I remember I'll be watching one video here and then another video will pop up of something different. I'll pause that one, start watching that one, taking notes, doing things, So that was how I learned. And one day I met my friends, Mr. Valsol, he's married, and then Jerry Clem. They were my brothers. Jerry Clem was my senior in secondary school, and Valsol my MD in a choir where I gave my life to Christ. That was in 2012. I joined the choir, that's KMC, in 2011. So both of them, I met them, I was like, see you, me I've learned so thing, and they had this song, Valsol, they call themselves the Oasis. So it was Valsol, Jerry Clem, and Paul Bella, the three of them. They had this song, Alewi Leshe. Alewi Leshe is in YouTube actually. That was my first music video. I shot that video, and that was what gave me the courage that I think I can really do this thing, So they introduced me to LJ. LJ is a singer based in Abuja. Even though I've lost touch of LJ for quite some time now. And Joey, not Joey actually. Joey, it's presently he's Pastor T's PA in Graceville Christian Center's HQ here in Apowumba district. So they introduced me to Joey. Joey saw me, he liked my passion, and we started talking. He said, okay, I was going to shoot a particular video for his album. I can't remember the name of the album, but I can remember the song. I may be down, but I'm rising up. The darkness may fall. So that particular song, I had to travel to Lokoja, myself and one Sam. We had to travel to Lokoja to go scout for location because of the concept and how I wanted to film that particular music video for him. But when I got back, I told him about it, that I've gotten a location, so it's remaining putting things together, probably to begin to plan for the shoot. And he now said, there is somebody in his church that he wants me to meet, that he was going to send me the person's number, that the person rents black magic and all. I said okay. He now gave me the number. He said the name of the person or the man is Sam Presto. Sam Presto. So he gave me the person's number. He said I should call the person. I called Sam Presto that night. I remember vividly. It was in the evening. So that late evening, I called Sam Presto, and he said we should meet at Zone 3 neighborhood. I said, okay, sir. The next day, I met Sam Presto, and when I met Sam Presto, he wasn't talking about rent house. He didn't talk anything. He didn't really utter anything concerning rent house and Joey. He didn't say anything as such. All he kept saying was, where am I working? That he's ready to pay me even more to be his editor. I told him, okay, I was working with somebody as at that time and they were paying me 40,000 naira. He said, okay, no problem, that he can pay me 50,000 naira and also give me an accommodation in his house. And I was happy. I wanted to grow. I had the passion deep inside of me. I still have the passion, so I was very grateful. I was happy, I was thankful, and I followed up. That was in 2018, January 2018, and then finally we signed the document in February 2018. That was when I started working with Sam Presto. So I'm not going to bore you with so many stories, right? But I just want you to connect in between, to connect the dots, to know that I met so person through so person through so person. So I didn't get here on my own. I met a lot of people on the way. So many, we are no more together, and I'm together with a lot of them. So so that was how, through Sam Presto Films, I met Cheeky Films, and I met David Sound through Cheeky. I met Igwe Seso through Cheeky, and because of my relationship with Sam Presto. So I want to, so along the line, my work ended with Sam Presto sometime in 2018 November, and I went back and started being freelance. But before then, I had already met Cheeky, David, Igwe Seso, Mr. IK that is in UK right now, Mr. Wale Adesanya. It was through Sam Presto that I met Mr. Wale Adesanya. There is a story, So I left Sam Presto Films. I was on my own, doing my thing gradually, and then one day I got a call from Cheeky Films. Cheeky Films, thank you so much. I am very, very grateful. He called me that he wanted me to shoot a particular video for him, and that was my first time using a red camera. So we shot with red, and I was super excited about the project, and that was how I started working, filming and editing for Cheeky. While on the other hand, David Sound, we became friends because David was more like someone that I saw that was almost within my age grade, even though he's way older than me, but I saw him, we were very close, and we became so close. He disclosed an information to me that actually helped my life. I'm not going to say what information he gave me, but if he's watching this video, he knows what I'm talking about. And I'm really grateful to you, David. Thank you so much. You've been a brother, you've been a friend. I am super grateful to you. And also my best friend, which is Samsa. I met Samsa through Sam Presto. I forgot to say that. I met Samsa through Sam Presto. I met a lot of people that I'm going to talk about through Sam Presto, So I met even Mr. Ima, my current Mr. Emmanuel Obaro Uyoyo. I met him through Sam Presto. Okay, so that was how I started working with Cheeky. And then alongside, Mr. Wale Adesanya saw me fit to work with him, and he started calling me for jobs. Mr. Wale, I'm super grateful to God for the divine connection that through Sam Presto I had to meet you, and then through you I met Mr. Kelvin Keshi, my Mr. Kelvin Keshi. I'm super grateful to you, Mr. Kelvin. Through you, Mr. Kelvin, I met Mr. Kure, Mr. Daniel Kure. I didn't know him from Adam, and through Mr. Daniel Kure, I met Akin, Akin, son of Akin, Honorable Akin, the spokesman, House of Reps here in Abuja. So I say this to say that I am super grateful. Everyone that has played a particular role in my life to where I am today, I am super grateful. Before I forget, when I started my journey as a videographer, I don't want to skip this. When I started as a graphics designer, my first laptop was bought by my uncle Jonathan Iswa. My first laptop was bought by him. In short, my second laptop, he bought it. He bought my second laptop for me. I can remember. He bought my second laptop for me. My first camera, Canon 60D, that I was using to hustle as at that time he bought my Canon 60D. I could remember how I took a car because I checked for the camera on gg.ng as at that time. You know, I took a car from Abuja to Zaria. I think I left Abuja around 6 p.m. that evening on my way to Zaria. So just because of that camera. When I came back the next morning, he saw me. He was like, "Why are you putting on the same clothes?" I said, "Sir, I didn't go home." "Where are you coming from?" I said, "Sir, I went to buy a camera." "Where?" I said, "Zaria." He said, "Whoa, so you mean you risk your life to travel to Zaria for Canon, for a camera?" I was like, yes, I knew what I was going for. The camera was relatively cheap for me as at that time. It was within my budget. You know, he gave me the money and I bought the camera. That was how I started. And then in 2019, while I was doing my HND part-time here in Nasarawa State Polytechnic, I met a lot of people, and one of those people that I met that I'm not going to skip was Mr. Gabriel Chika, an awesome human being. I met Mr. Gabriel Chika. We were classmates. I was their class rep, so everyone was looking up to me for information concerning classes and all. So somehow, though we met in 2018 because that was when I started my HND, we met in 2018, and then in 2019 I proposed to him that we can do this, we can do that, and then voila, he gave me a contact that I should call his brother. He gave me money. He gave me around 650,000 naira. He said I should call his brother, that his brother sells camera. I said okay, so I called the brother. I think I sold my Canon 60D. I can't remember who I sold it to or how. I can't remember. I cannot remember actually. It's been a while. So he gave me that money. I called that his brother, and now that was when I bought my first ever Sony camera, which is the Sony A7R2. I bought that camera in 2019 for around 460,000 naira used. That's for just the body. I bought lens, I bought few things. I ate 24,000 naira out of that money. Yes, if you're watching this video, Mr. Gabriel Chika, I used 24,000 naira in that money to sort out my school problem, but the remaining money actually went down to the equipment, you know. So I'm super grateful. Thank you for believing in me. Even though we've not done anything together yet, I'm still open to you at any time. If you call me, trust me, I will answer. I will definitely answer. I'm super grateful. That was the beginning of bigger things in my life. That was the beginning of bigger things in my life. Thank you so much, Mr. Gilbert Chika, if you're watching this video. So let me come back. So Mr. Wale called me one day and he was like, that will be traveling to Ocean State. I should send my full details so that they'll book my flights. I was like, okay, sir. And then they booked the flight. We went to one Stella Maris. Is it Stella Maris or something? Maris University there in Ocean State. We went there, filmed, do a lot of things. We came back. That was the first time I met Mr. Kelvin Keshi. So Mr. Kelvin Keshi collected my number. From there, he started giving me jobs. Mr. Kelvin, I cannot thank you enough, sir. I am deeply grateful. I'm super grateful for what God has used you to do in my life. I cannot repay you by just saying thank you. It is only God that can repay you, sir. I'm super grateful. I'm super grateful. Mr. Wale, I am very grateful. I am so grateful. And like I said earlier, through Sam Presto, I met my present boss, my present Oga at the top, Mr. Emmanuel Obaro Uyoyo. He's the CEO. Okay, this is your company name, I don't forget her. But he runs a rental house, Sign 8 Studio. He's the CEO of Sign 8 Studios. So they they do rentals of drones, camera lenses, gimbals, lights, aperture lights, Amaran lights, stands, so many things, you can think of, so that was how I met, through Mr. Sampresto, I met Mr. Emmanuel, and ever since then, Mr. Emmanuel has been a great support to my life, and he's been a very, very, very big support to my life. He has supported me in countless ways. I will pick camera, I will not pay. I will pick camera, I will pay half. I will pick camera, I will not pay up to the amount that I'm supposed to pay. He calls me the in-house consultant, but I'm sure it's because of the love that he has for me that he doesn't really bother me about things, So I'm super, super grateful. I cannot thank you enough. This is my birthday. It's supposed to be about me, but I'm not making it about me. I'm actually using this opportunity to thank everybody. There is somebody in my life that if I don't thank, I don't think I'll be happy with myself, and that is Mrs. Zipporah Dung. Ma, I am super grateful, ma. I don't know how to express it, but I am very, very grateful. You are the reason why I am here today. If I don't mention anybody's name, ma, I'm going to mention your name. Because I could remember after trying to gain admission into the university in 2011, it didn't work. 2012, it didn't work. 2013, it didn't work. And then 2014, I told my mom that I want to be a graphic designer. I'm not going to school. And she was like, come on there. Wait till go school, Joe. At waiting you get, And she was like, by the way, where that your mom see that your school mother, where she even this? I said she's in ATBU. That's Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, Bauchi. She's like, call her now. Maybe she can help you out. I said, okay, ma. I picked up the phone. I called you after a very long time, because since you left Science Kukuru for a lecturing job in the university, I think we lost contact, but I had your number. It's just the reaching out that was the problem. I reached out to you, ma. You picked without any doubt, without any form of anger or so. You picked. You told me what to do. You said I should apply ATBU as my first choice in JAM, and then FPB, that's Federal Poly Bauchi, as my second choice. I did so, and lo and behold, through you, I was able to gain admission in Federal Polytechnic Bauchi, and that was the beginning of everything. If not for Federal Poly Bauchi, and then the carryover that became a spillover, and then Jojera Graphics, Jojera Multimedia, and then and then Ugada. If not for these people, these situations that I mentioned, I wouldn't be here as a creative. I wouldn't be here talking as a videographer, a drone pilot, an editor, and small colorist in DaVinci Resolve, So I'm super excited. I'm super grateful. I met a lot of people on the way. I met Madame Loom, who introduced me to her office, iCentra, that I do production for. I met, I'm about to forget somebody who played a very vital role for me too. That is in person of Talha. If you're watching this video, Mr. Talha, just know that I'm super grateful. I remember in 2022, we traveled to Kebbi State, Yauri, for drone mapping job. You and your then boss, you took my number. You said, that will work. And before I know it, fast forward 2 years down the line, in 2014, 2014, you called me that you have a drone job for me with Vinland Architect and Design. I went there, I did the job, and since then they kept calling, down to when they endorsed me to be their official videographer. Mr. Talha, I'm very, very super grateful. Thank you so much. I pray that God blesses you, and give you all of your heart desires. And also, I'm not going to finish this without actually mentioning my spiritual journey and the men of God that have been a blessing to myself as a person before I had my family. So I want to first of all appreciate Vivian. Vivian, yes, she played a key role in me knowing and meeting God. Vivian was just somebody I met on the street. I wanted to check in 2011 after my WAEC. I see this fine yellow purple we just passed. I said, make I go school again. I said, my blood the hot. I met her and she gave me a number and she invited me to KMC Mass Choir then. And I went once. I noticed she wasn't giving me the vibe that I was looking for. I left for 1 month, 2 months. I called her. She was like, Daniel, if you don't come this choir, no talk to me. And I was like, man, I like this girl. I'll come. I'll not promise her I'll go. I'll not see the vibe. That was how I think I did that 2, 3, 4 times. And then the next thing, I got soaked into the choir, became the choir secretary, and thank you to my spiritual father, Apostle A.A. Isaacson, sir. If you're watching this video, I'm super grateful for your mentorship, for the word of God that you taught us. It actually helped me because low-key, maybe I don't get belle since, before I marry. But because of the teachings, the word of God that you shared to us, he taught us about God. I could remember I even did pastoral class with you, and before I left for Graceville Christian Center when I got job with San Presto Films in town. So you've been part of my spiritual journey. I'm super grateful, sir. I pray that God continue to bless you and your family. I pray that God continue to enrich you with all spiritual, physical, material blessings in the name of Jesus. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so